Hello Capricorn, welcome to your weekly love reading. This will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please keep in mind energy can go vice versa, and this reading won't resonate with everyone, so take what fits, but please leave the rest out. Okay, luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius, with your dreams need a practical plan. It looks like someone's finally decided something here. And it looks like things are finally moving forward. Someone has a plan in place because something needed to be addressed in order for things to progress forward. Something that someone was unwilling to do in the past. But I see now the wheel of fortune has turned. And there is a possibility or a way forward for someone to actually make a move. Financial constraints and magician in the mirror. Yeah, this is the same kind of energy here. Is that there has been some circumstances involving money issues, financial constraints, or just the physical realm this can represent, where someone hasn't been able to make a go of things or change their situation at all. And now things are finally moving. Overall energy, we have Queen of Wands. This is about magnetism, being able to do what you desire with confidence and success. So let's see what's going on in your energy. This is already a really good start. We have Ace of Swords, Nine of Cups, wow, Hermits. So you guys have been in this mode of really assessing things, but thinking about what you really want when it comes to relationships or even this person. And something's being made very clear. If it hasn't already, it's about to. That you already have everything that you desire and want. And as you understand you have the tools to manifest anything you desire, suddenly things come to you quickly in the 3D realm. So this is just gaining understanding and perspective here in the Hermit, knowing that all of this happened for a reason. Yes, it was painful. It was difficult to go through. Maybe it made you feel very clouded for a time being. But now you're starting to see things really clearly. I kind of see that a storm is passing. Maybe you felt like everything has not gone your way, or there's just been so much struggle in your environment. But hold on, keep the faith, because this enlightenment is coming if it hasn't already. Five of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Hanged Man, Ace of Cups, and the Page of Cups, their energy. This person is welling up with emotions for you. They know that they've had to really think about things, address what their insecurities are. They have a sense of lack here, feeling left out of your world, but they know that they created that. They caused this. And so now it's about looking at reality, taking responsibility for their role in this. Because it's showing that before, this person could have made a lot of excuses for themselves, and that the ends justified the means. Whatever this is, they weren't really seeing things clearly about their role in this. And now it's being made clear with the Hanged Man. The universe has kind of tied them up to be able to look at things from a different perspective. Now they see that they were impulsive about a lot of things. They weren't thinking things through clearly, what they did to you or this connection in general. And they weren't really following their heart. So now they've changed, they've softened, and wanting to really open up. So let's see what's happened in the past. We have Empress, Three of Wands, World, and the Five of Swords. This is energy where they wanted to have what they wanted, no matter what, but they wanted it their way. So it's kind of like having your cake and eat it too. But with the Empress, Three of Wands, this person's intention was to expand with you. They do see you as the ultimate divine partner that they would love to spend their life with. So I see a lot of fantasizing here, but they knew that their reality was not matching up, or they wouldn't be able to be with you in that way unless something's changed. But I see that they wanted to do it on their terms or their time. Let's see this Five of Swords. Three of Swords. This caused a lot of conflict and pain. It feels like that they were doing things or saying things to push you off, make you feel like they weren't going to progress, or maybe they didn't want something long term with you, but it wasn't their true feelings, because they felt like, okay, I could deal with the disappointment on their face or them feeling this way because they'll still be here for me. Queen of Pentacles. They're not going to leave me. I can still push this off as much as possible. Also, this is about being on the same path. This person wasn't aligning their heart with yours in this connection. And they were more so thinking about things, strategizing. And so it was like both of you were getting pulled away from each other because of this person's ego, because of their own fears. Nine of Wands, Queen of Cups, Lovers, and the Eight of Swords for the challenge. Yeah, they were stuck, fears and doubts. I do see some insecurities going on that this person really gives into, and it fuels them to take action the way that they do or to speak the way they do. And it keeps you kind of stuck. Because you might have felt like, all in all, you just felt trapped in this connection because they weren't doing anything about it. There was no movement. And it feels like the lack of progression was because they didn't care. And with the Queen of Cups, Lovers, you did everything. You made choices based on integrity and love, not fear. But this person wasn't able to do the same thing. So again, it's like two people being on different path here, where their choices were ego-based. Let's see this Eight of Swords. Emperor. They could have been stuck in a situation. We have the divine counterparts now, Emperor and Empress. So they're viewing you as the Empress and them as the Emperor. And they don't feel like they quite add up to your energy. They don't match you in a way. They don't feel like they are good enough or at your level. So if there is a third party here, there is a lot of shame or guilt about them not being strong enough to choose you in that moment, to make the decision to change their life. Let's see this Knight of Wands. But they hide behind this mask, this stoic mask in the Emperor, feeling cold, detached. Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, very slow moving. It didn't feel like anything was progressing in this. I just see kind of the same humdrum type of energy. And it feels like no matter if they would make you feel that things were going to change or that they would give you some spark of hope, you knew at the end of the day, as time went on, you couldn't trust them because it didn't change. They may have said that or made you feel good in the moment, but then it led to disappointment. You always ended up feeling like you had the short end of the stick. Three of Cups. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a third party. I do see it for some of you. King of Wands. Yeah, it feels like maybe from your perspective, they gave more attention or they were more focused on other people making them happy versus you. And you kind of saw where their priorities were. It feels like every time you give them a chance or if they made an excuse, you'd be like, okay, you know, you wouldn't try to pressure them in any way, but they would always let you down. And that's what it led to here. Feeling like everyone else was more important or they cared more about that than you. A lot of intense energy here for you guys because there is a deep, deep connection here, especially if you're in a twin flame. We have Six of Pentacles, Five of Wands, the Queen of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot of conflict because towards the end here, you were in the Queen of Swords energy. You were tired. You were to the point where they hurt you so many times over because you couldn't trust them. They weren't being honest. They just weren't showing up for you. And because they weren't reciprocating in the Six of Pentacles, it made it difficult to even engage with them any longer. I see that they got spooked. A lot of them detached or walked away. Maybe they ghosted for some of you here as well. It has that energy. But I'm seeing that they thought, okay, I can't listen to my person, the Queen of Swords, tell me that they're done with me. So I'm going to take the easy way out. And a lot of them just ran. Okay, what's going to happen next? Six of Wands, Four of Swords, Judgment, High Priestess. Something stirring behind the scenes. A plan is at play. And something is going to be revealed here. So if this reading is resonating with you, you're going to want to see this because it's going to change your love life. We're going to find out exactly what they do, what they say moving forward, as well as the timing and the outcome. If this is your last stop, though, thank you so much for joining me. Many blessings to you guys. Please take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.